Boom! Live and direct. Oh, oh, I feel like dancing. Oh, oh, Mr. DJ, let the music stop. I feel like dancing, dancing to the beat. Miss Delecta, play this one from the top. I feel like skanking. Music nice, the music sweet. It brings happiness to my soul. The vibe's so right. So tonight, you've been dancing out of control, yeah. Listen to Senan, right down to Mobay. From New York to Miami, straight back to LA. All over Canada, this I want have to play. Doctor to Birmingham, to have the reggae. I see them skanking. I'm here, live and direct. I see them skanking. The vibe's so right. Yeah, the vibe's so right. The vibe's always right. The vibe's always right. It's just we have to catch the vibe. Catch the vibe, not only the reggae vibe, but the vibe of life. The vibe of life, not only the reggae vibe. The reggae vibe will come and like inspire you or motivate you or inspire you for sure. But life should be your greatest motivator. Being alive should be your greatest motivator. Like giving thanks for life. Like I give thanks for another day for sure. That's why I'm here with you, giving thanks for life and making sure that I don't know that you make sure you stay on track. I think that's the most important thing. And above all, don't lie to yourself. You know, if I lie to myself, if I could keep lying to myself for sure. That's what we do. We live a lie. We live a lie because we have a mask and we are afraid to remove that mask. But you remove that mask, that kind of a veil or mask, I think the veil, like we say, the veil that prevents us from seeing the truth, is that mask is the same thing. Once you remove the veil, you're probably no. The mask could be still there because a lot of people see through the illusion, but they still keep the mask on because it's comfortable. The comfort zone. You know, we are not so much comfortably numb. I think we are uncomfortably numb in our comfort zone. That's more what happened to us. We're uncomfortably numb in our comfort zone because it's not really suffering is not really comfortable. So we are uncomfortable, but we're numb to it. We're numb to the default state. Pretty much, it's numb to the default state. So at any time, you can move out that default state if you want. You're not. You might start maybe with the default state if you have nobody around you to help you. I don't know, getting in touch with who you are, because that's probably the goal number one of our presence here is really find out who we really are deep down inside. You know, without anybody's thoughts, really defining your reality and who you are. That's a lifetime commitment, I think. But once you make that commitment that you want to find out who you are, nothing will stop you. Nothing will stop you because you will go after it. Like even at one point, like I say always, even you can't even stop yourself. So even if you try, you won't be able to, because the habit, all the stuff, the positive stuff that go with your journey is already in place. So I used to dream I was running in place. Now I'm dreaming like I'm running the place. That's how you gotta feel. You gotta feel in charge. Yeah, in charge for sure. That's what we don't feel. We don't feel in charge that we have responsibility, but you must feel in charge. You know, you feel in charge for if you have children, you feel the charge of their to bring them up. No, that's your responsibility there. But even that, we take responsibility too much because the health of our children is our responsibility, and we feed them all kinds of scrap, all kinds of poison from Babylon, so in unaware state. Even in an aware state, sometimes the poison is dissimulated and it goes unnoticed by the one that is unaware of those dissimulation. Like I told you the other day, they even put stuff sometime in sugar, to dissimulate it inside the sugar. So they process the sugar. They process everything so they can add a little bit of poison and everything, and then we become numb and we're like drone robots. Too much poison inside or something. I don't know. There's something that there's got to be something. It's not just because of an inculcation, or I think it's many different factors that comes and I don't know, put an invisible cage on us, and we love that cage, so we never want to break out or to, it's, if you love your servitude and your cage, and you're probably never going to be tempted to break out, and especially if you have like all this rat race thing to chase money constantly, and the more money you make, the more toys you buy, the more in chain you are, the more credit cards you have, the more in chain you are to the system, to the robotic chase. So, it's very important to also liberate our chains from don't lie to yourself. We all know that we spend money we don't have, and we buy things we don't need to impress people we don't really like. That's the truth. So, we lie to ourselves on many levels. We lie to ourselves, just to put up the show, to put up it's a lot about showing these days, and not so much about being. People like to show up, like to show their stuff and show their jewels and show their, I have no freaking jewel. I have one tattoo on me, and I got that when I was 19, I think, in Vancouver. So it's very, we don't need all these stuff. My focus is not on jewels and shit like that. I can't care less. Like, I want to find out who I am, and it's not with material stuff. That's only there to scare us. I found that out because I've been in the rat race and chasing money constantly, and money, 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 and you chase the money, and it's always to make more and having a better salary, better like, it's always a constant chase. For what exactly? That's what I realized today. For what? Because today I'm contented with very much less than what I used to have. 2 cars. I have one now. You downsize. I used to have a phone. No more phone. I don't need it. Who's calling me anyway? Nobody wants to hear me. Nobody wants to hear me. I have to come on YouTube to say what I feel, because so I canceled my phone. Nobody was calling. Nobody was calling, so I canceled the line. Said, okay, if you want to join me, you can join me through Facebook or whatever. You'll find a way. You never found me before, so you were never tempted to try to find me before. So I just canceled everything. It's much better. Also, it's less expense, and I don't want to be chained to and a phone is like a dog leash. It's like you have a dog leash attached to you all the time. People can join you at any time. They can disturb you. Sometimes I'm in nature and I don't want to be disturbed by notification on Facebook or shit like that, or phone calls, or, that's so unnatural. So that device, I minimize the use of it for sure. I'm becoming, the more conscious you become anyway, the more aware and conscious you become, the less you need, the less toys you need, the less nonsense you need. I need a very simple life. I need myself. I need to break the walls to myself and stop lying to myself to be capable at one point to rise and to. Well, I'm rising now. I'm in the process of rising, but I mean to make something big happen out of this. Like, it's probably big what happened now, but I want to feel something big. I want to feel it. You guys might see me and say, oh, that's big what you're doing. No, I want to feel something big. I dream big. I think big, but you dream big, but you act bigger. But this is where I want to get to the big, massive whoa. And yeah, it's important for me to challenge myself. I like challenges. It makes me grow. Challenges, and also, that's the only thing probably that will make you grow in life, is if you take the challenge. Life is a challenge. We have to meet it. Life is a challenge for sure. Life is a sorrow sometimes. Life can be anything. Life can be, but life is life. I don't know what it's called, but it's called life. I don't know what's, it's, we have to live and learn. Live and learn, but first of all, we have to stop lying to ourselves. Lying to ourselves about our comfort zone and our numb zone and even me. That's why I come here to whip myself, to whip myself to greatness, because my brain won't do it. So I got to program myself to that greatness. That's what I'm doing here each and every day, programming myself for more greatness. Stop lying to myself and stop, just start thinking for myself. Very important. And even sometimes we think for ourselves, but there's so much things that we hear, that we see, that it's hard to say it's your original thought. So it's very important at one point to cut the noise too around you. Sometimes there's too much noise, too much nonsense, too much. So cut the noise, either put music on or, just preserve your vibe. Preserve your vibe is very important because some people are don't have the same state of mind as you. Not that they are very negative, but they might not have the same fire as you, and you have you're gonna feel awkward a bit. For sure, I feel awkward a bit having a huge fire, huge energy like that, and having to come on YouTube to liberate my trauma. It feels a bit weird, but what do you want me to do? I live in a world that everybody's on low vibration. I cannot talk about my stuff in the street to anybody. Everybody's on low vibration. So I come on YouTube and I just yap my mouth, and it feels good because I'm sure I'm gonna find some people that have a different state of mind than the robotic default state here on YouTube. We're all seekers, but I think on YouTube at one point we're seeking a little bit deeper. When you end up on YouTube looking for stuff, it's because you. I look for everything on YouTube: how to plant my plants, how to fix my car, how to. I even looked for truth on YouTube, but I end up busting my head on the truth on me. Busting, at the beginning I had a different opinion of what truth was and where was the truth, and when you start, you think that the truth is outside of yourself. That's what you think. And this is where the confusion occurs because you think it's outside of yourself, but you are the truth. You are here to live that change, to live that truth that you feel, not just see it and talk about it. But this is the step that we must all take, is really living the truth that we feel. Like I said, above all, don't lie to yourself. Because that's what we do. We lie to ourselves on so many levels. So many levels. There's so many devils on so many levels, but we are many of those devils too. We have demons inside. That's the thing. You can look outside of yourself for the demons and the devils, but look within yourself. You'll find the dark and the light and everything. I'm telling you, everything is within you. Everything. And if you can sense that, if you can sense the darkness, the light, like I said yesterday, there's a crack in everything, and it just takes a little fucking crack for the light to enter. Then someone came and commented and said, "Oh yeah, the light of Lucifer." I'm like, okay, the light can be whatever light you want. It's the intention behind the words. My intention was the light of the divine, not the light of Lucifer. But when you're in the dream of hell and constantly focus on the dream of hell, you will have those thoughts that light for you is Lucifer and this and that, because that's what they put in your head. That's not your original thought. Again, that's not an original thought. The man that came and said that to me, it doesn't come from him, because I heard that somewhere. All the occultists tell you that the light is the light of Lucifer. That's what they're going to tell you. But if you open your heart, you will realize that the light in the sky, the sunlight, you have that same light inside. And to me, that's the light of the divine. And I'm not talking about demons and devils and shit like that. I'm talking about real divine stuff. What love is divine. I'm talking about that. When we talk about divinity, it's love. It's not hate or so we're not going to spread the hate. We're going to spread the love. And again, it's the intention behind the words. So you can assume whatever I say in a certain way. whatever I write, but it's the intention behind the words, and I know my intentions are pure and clear, and I know that I have my eyes on the light, not on the light of Lucifer, but the light of the divine. But again, people assume the things the way they assume it, and you cannot really change their mindset. Like I said, I just replied, I said, yeah, light of Lucifer, dream of hell, and dream of life, light of the divine. But again, that's just my opinion. No assumption here. No, that's just my opinion. I don't assume anything. I'm not telling you to think like me, to take my thoughts, to think for yourself. No assumption here. To me, it's that's what it is. To you, might be something else. I respect that. But I'm sure if you open a bit more your heart and let go of the rabbit hole and the evil stuff of Babylon, you will see that the light is not necessary. That they tell you that, to be afraid of the light and this. That's why we all wear shades and sunglasses, and we're all disconnected from the light because we've been told to be afraid. So we're afraid of the light. And that's what we do. And then we think it's the Lucifer light. Or to me, the light is, I'll keep my eyes on the light, if you don't mind, not on distraction, because distraction is evil, is all the darkness. Is the, once you have your eyes on the light, too, you keep walking straight. You keep walking with your eyes on the prize. So with your eyes on the light, not on the distraction. So in that sense, I don't want to lie to myself and say, oh, no, I don't want to see the light. No, I want to see the light for sure. I think we all want to see a crack of light to have better lives. That's how we get to a better state of mind. If you start seeing a bit of light in your life, not but not stay in darkness all your life. You don't want to stay in the dark. No, it's okay. You have to acknowledge the dark. You have to deal with it. I've dealt with the dark. I've dove down that rabbit hole many of times. But at one point, you come out and you're like, I want to reach the light. I want to have better vibes. I want to, I'm done, just encouraging those stats and taking other people's stats and propagating them on the internet or on Facebook. Or you want to have original thought. You want to think for yourself. And for that, you have to shut down the noise around you. So listening to other people's occult stuff and to make sense of your reality, just shut down all the noise, shut down YouTube, shut down this, go in silent, go in nature and start thinking for yourself. Can you do that? Can you do that? Have an original thought for yourself without having someone else in your head? That's being free to me. That's being free because you're free of other people's thought, of other people's construct stuff, and especially the Babylonian people. And they're all over, the crocodiles. You think the crocodiles and the hypocrites are not on YouTube and propagating the occult stuff? And like even astrology, we're all excited about astrology. I've been excited about astrology for a while until I start thinking for myself and say, okay, how did they map the sky? Where's all this? Like, I've never seen it. I don't experience it. Like, why? I'm just going to believe something? We just have to believe. And that's how we know. I want to know. And until I know I'm alive. That's one thing I know. I'm here alive, and I know I don't want to lie to myself anymore. So I know this life is meant to be lived. That's things I know. I'll stick to what I know. I'm okay with the stuff I don't know. But there's stuff I know, and I know for sure I'm alive. I'm here. I'm talking, breathing. I have a life. I have life. That's one thing I know. So I'll do anything with it. The rest that I don't know, I'm okay with it. I don't need to know everything. I don't need to assume everything. I'm okay not knowing. I'm okay, very much okay not knowing. It brings more mystery to my life. It's more mysterious when you don't know stuff and you start to look into stuff and with your own two eyes, with your own thoughts, with your own all this. It's wonderful. The devil's a liar. Everyone knows that. The occult of secrets is dead. Yeah, we're exposing pretty much all their stuff because we're starting to see clearly. And, just the fact to think for yourself, just that will allow you to see clear in a lot of their madness. You will start to see clear in a lot of their madness once you start, just opening, not so much your mind. I think it's opening your heart, letting the fear go. Let the fear go. because all this is associated with the dream of hell. You know, in the dream of life, there's no fear, there's no hunger, no sorrow, no pain, no. That's the dream of life. That's what we have to cultivate. Not the fear, the sorrow, and all the nonsense in Babylon, the rat race and all that stuff. It's not about us being stuck in a rat race, but us, moving out slowly of that rat race and going back to our roots. That's what I want. More and more going back to my roots, and I intend to do that. I even told Kim we're gonna live in a camper eventually. I'm looking for it. Like Bozo, Bozo lives in a camper, and he has a roulotte or something. You said the other day an RV. So yeah, something like that. I want to downsize. I need to go outside. I don't want to be inside, and I want to travel with my camper all over Quebec, Ontario, a bit all over, so we can sleep at different places, different chilling spot. Just enjoy life, and that's, I think life is meant to be lived, to meet people and go there. We should go at the different places every week, but we're so stationary, so sedentary. I don't think we're meant to be sedentary. That's another thing, that to be on pause. I don't think our existence is meant to be on pause. I think we're meant to be explorer and, really explore the wilderness. But we're made so comfortably numb that we think this is life, living in a box. Living in a box. We think this. We lie to ourselves also on so many levels, especially when it comes to. We know that we could live greater life. We know that we have the potential to do more. We know that. We know that because we look at other people do things and we're like, okay, they're just like me. Why are they doing this? Because they focus. Because they focus and you don't. Because they focus and you don't. Why people succeed in life? Because they focus and you don't. You lose focus, you go astray. Once you go astray, you lose focus, you're gone. Bye-bye. Babylon's going to capture your soul, and you won't feel a living soul. I told you, don't lie to yourself. Define a living soul. That's another thing. We're lying to ourselves so many levels. That's the devils inside us. There are so many devils on so many levels. Yeah, that's right inside of ourselves. And once we're capable to, it's important also to not dismiss the darkness, because if the darkness is there, is because it's not so much it's the absence of light, but when the light comes, the darkness will disappear. So the more light we bring, and the light again is the light is the love. The light is love. To me, everything comes back to love. You can use many different words. It's the intention behind, and the intention is love. It's pure, genuine, divine love, unconditional. So that's what it is. And we're far from that. We're a bit far from that, but we're working hard to get there. We're working hard. Yeah, good for you. Yeah, Bozo, I'm going to get the RV. I told the wifey that we have to get out. I have to get out and live in a camper. That's what I want. I've always been attracted to that lifestyle anyway, like a little Volkswagen van. Volkswagen, how they call it? They have a name for it. Forgot. I had one in Vancouver. Westphalia. I had one in Vancouver, but it wasn't working. But we found it in the street, so we used it to move. We just put our stuff from 10th Avenue in there. From 10th Avenue, we put all our stuff in the Westphalia, and we pushed it all the way to Fraser Street with our stuff in it. That was our moving car, Westphalia, but it wasn't running. So I had one in my life, but it wasn't in function. So yeah, that's Westphalia. Yeah. Oh, Suzanne is here also. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Bozo. Red. Yeah. I didn't have many cars in my life. Like I said, I'm not a toy person. I don't put priority on toy. I don't want to lose myself, like I said, and have chains and be chained to the rhythm of life. And no. I want to determine my own rhythm, my own, and I think I'm on the way to do that in a great way. And I'll just keep on rising, keep on waking up with a great spirit. You know, it's waking up in the morning with a great spirit, with a great energy. That I have it. I have the energy, I have the spirit, I have the focus, I have the consistency. I have many ingredients. I don't think I'm missing much ingredient here to really make something happen out of this. But it's already happening anyway. It's happening. That's what you're going to tell me. I'm sure Red was going to say that. Bro, it's happening. Or something like that. But yeah, no, but it's to make it happen also. I say it often. It's to make it happen. Delicate balance. But balance is hard to reach. Balance is hard to reach in our world, and that's what we need the most is balance between the evil world and the good world. And the dream of life, the dream of hell and the dream of life, because we're constantly in the dream of hell, no matter what. I can say I'm constructing my own life here, my own reality, but when I go out in Babylon, I still have to go to sometimes to the grocery, my supermarket of hell and places like that to feed myself, and I have to go to the bank, and the matrix is there. It's in our minds. I mean, it's not so much in my mind, but I mean, I see something outside that's really weird sometimes. There's places I go that makes me feel weird, especially the bank. Especially the bank. I always have a weird feeling entering a bank. It's so, and it's something, it makes me not raging, it's not rage, it's not stuff like that, but it's just uncomfortable. I know there's something really not wrong with money. It's not because I see something wrong with money, money is evil and all that, but it's just that there's so much suffering associated with it. I go into this and it's like, makes me think of the big bankster, the Rothschild, and all those people that, come on. Oh, and they're so hungry for money too, and they will suck your blood. This is the thing. Banks are vampires. Banks are vampires, big time. They will suck all your blood until you have nothing left. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. Even if you are a good client for many, they don't care about you. You're just a number. That's what it is with Babylon. We're just treated like number all the time. But we're more than numbers and more than sand on the seashore, like Bob said. We are much more than that, but that's what we accept. That's the default state. You know, when you feel like a grain of sand in the universe, and that's the default state. You know, you're much more than a grain of sand. Don't lie to yourself. You know, that's the part also we lie to ourselves. It's a lot about who we are, because we have an idea of this. I always had an idea that I was, come on, there's something with life. We're all seekers. We're all seekers. It's just I think we seek on different levels, but we're all seekers. We're all looking for something in life. We're not. We all have the ability to think. So even if you don't think for yourself, you're still thinking. You're still seeking, thinking of something. You know, so it's. I think that's what happened pretty much to all of us. We cannot stop that process of thinking. It happens naturally. You're going to think naturally, but that's the place also we have to control, you know, be in the neutral place between the thoughts, like Melissa Camper says, plane of inertia. Plane of inertia between the thoughts, that's where you exit the matrix. You know, where you exit the matrix is in between your thoughts. It's in that plane of inertia, and you're gone. Something like that. But yeah, no, it's a self-realization more than anything. Realize how powerful you are and how much you can influence other in a good way by just living your truth, just living the truth that you feel. And this is what I do each and every day here. And I'm not competing with anyone. I don't have nothing pressuring me. I have nothing pressuring me. I'm not in competition with no one. I'm just doing my thing. A guy on its way, trying to find his way back home. I found a way, but I think the divine showed me the way also. Once you open your heart, you will be shown the way. You will be shown the way as long as you take action. As long as you take action in the direction of good and you do good, you will be shown the way by signs, by events, by people coming in your life. This is how the divine show you the way. You know, if you want to be inspired, if you want to see the magic in the world, it's possible. Stop lying to yourself. That's all. It's just because we lie to ourselves. on so many levels. And especially when it comes to food, when it comes to all this, that we all know that there's a lot of things we have to change. But sometimes the look in the mirror and the I know I've been through this. I've been through this, through these changes, through these shifts, and been working on myself for a while. So, and I still have a long way to go because I'm just scratching the surface of my potential. And I'm just starting to feel like really my thoughts are more of myself than. But even that, the words are not myself. So, can you even have an original thought ever in your life? If Ivar is watching, he will agree with me because even the words are a spell. So can you even have an original thought? I think it's let go of ABC 1, 2, 3 and return to something more natural. Maybe we can have original thought, but I don't know. It's yeah. The big picture is on delay. It will resume when the shackles are removed. Exact. We got to see the big picture. We have to. We must to. We must see the big picture because that's how we're gonna see clear. If we see the big picture, if you don't see the big picture, you just see a crack of it, and it's very hard to overstand everything and to really act from a point of wisdom and love, unconditional love, and you have to see the big picture to act towards the unconditional love, to be more lovey, to be more lovey. That's what I said yesterday. But you remove the shackles, all the barriers, all the walls, all the that prevents you to access that unconditional love that we all have. We all have. We should all have unconditional love for each other, for everything here. But now our love is conditional because it's been corrupt by the dream of hell. So the love is corrupt. It's just that love is there, but it's a conditional love. So it's that's not the love we want to operate from. That's the love of the dream of hell of the Babylonian people. It's all conditional. I love you, marriage, and things like that. That's all Babylon stuff. The unconditional love is the love of the divine. It's the love that's on my mind. It's the unconditional love. Now to reach that, oh wow, that's a big step because you will go inside Babylon, into Babylon, and people are just for themselves. So you're gonna feel awkward. You're gonna feel like, yeah, like you feel alone sometime in this world. I feel it, but I have no problem. But I don't feel alone. I love my solitude. I'm a very. I read her comments this morning. Leslie said I'm a true, pure-hearted loner. True pure-hearted loner. But it's true, I'm a loner, and I have no problem staying alone. Staying alone. I love my own company. I happen to start to love my own company by making more and more videos reflecting, and because I'm finding myself more and more, so I love my company. If I'm not afraid of myself, I'm not afraid of what I can become, of what I can do. I'm not in fear anymore. So for sure, not that I'm in love with myself. It's not that, but I accept myself for who I am, and I go with it. I stop holding back. I stop, I held back for a long time in my life. I was destined to do that. It's just I was never breaking the walls to myself. Once I started breaking the walls, whoa, I'm gonna speak to the world now. They're gonna hear me. Ha! The lion's gonna start to roar, and the whole world's gonna hear the sound. For sure, that's what we have to roar. Get our mighty power out, and but I never thought of it until life came to shake me and said, hey, you're here for something new. What are you doing with your life? We're gonna shake you a bit. We're gonna shake your existence, so maybe you have a chance to wake up. Maybe you're gonna start realizing you're alive and that you gotta do something with your life. And that's what happened. They came to shake me big time, broke a leg, and now look what happened. That's what happened. Sometimes the universe is going to come to shake you, to send you tragedy, to wake you up, to make you realize who you are and start breaking the walls to yourself. And it's not going to happen. It's not because a tragedy happened to you, you're going to wake up. You're going to want it. If you don't want it, it's not going to happen. It's all free will. You have the free will to do anything, even wake up from a tragedy, but it's not necessarily going to happen because I know many people that ended up on operating table and they still don't wake up. They have open heart surgery and they still go back to the same eating habit. They have cancer and they still go back to the same eating habit of eating bacon and all that shit. And all the stuff that is not alkaline, that doesn't support a body. You know, you were alkaline, you test the soil before planting your plant. You make sure it's alkaline, that the pH is good. If not, it's not going to grow. You know, you're the same as a tree. We're the same as trees. We're not different than nature. If we want to grow, we want to expand, we want to, you know, grow strong. It takes a good alkaline body, like a battery. Everything's alkaline. Everything that's alkaline works good. So why we should be acid and put all kinds of acid stuff inside our body, like dead meat and shit like that. Like this is all acid stuff. That's what I've realized, that I was turning acid, not fat. You don't turn fat, you turn acid. That's what it is. And your body goes acid and your cells and everything, and your energy goes down and everything. So that's what I've realized. I wasn't going fat. I wasn't becoming fat. You know, that's what they tell you. Oh, you're fat. No, I'm not fat. I'm fucking acid. I'm turning like an acid battery. That's what I've realized. I'm like, whoa, Kim, we got to do something. After I saw Tony Robbins speak about alkalinity and acidity, I said, whoa, babe, I'm not fat. I'm acid. Then I start, I'm like, right there, I started to detox with juice and shit like that. I said, hey, whoa, I don't want to turn acid like a battery. So I had that kind of fear, but it's a good fear. It's a motivating fear. But yeah, that's you know, what's wrong with that camera? And keep shutting off. We have a delay here. Seems to have a delay with that camera. Oh, it keeps shutting off. Connection is good here. Everything is, yeah. Haters wants us to be like them, complaining, bickering, fighting, hating. No, thank you. That's it. We gotta ignore those people. That's why I don't tend to play the games of the. I don't know if they're haters or hypocrites. Sometimes it's hypocrites, but also when people act from this point, you know, when people start gossiping and you know it. What people do, their action reflects a lot their character. So more their actions reflect their character than what they say. Look at their action, you know, and it will define a lot of their character, and then you know how to deal with them after. You know more how to deal. I've had people that I thought they were super good-hearted people, but it turned out that they backstab me in the back. So, you know, with some kind of nonsense or assumption or definition trying to define me, you know, this is complete nonsense. But once you go online, you gotta expect that. I knew before I come out here that people were gonna talk about me, and I don't care. Can talk. If you talk about me, I'm on your mind. It's a good thing. At one point, you might see a crack of light or something if you don't see it already. But it's not about you're really shoving it down in the throat of people. I'm not like that. Don't come here for that. I come here to live it, to walking towards living that that dream, that goal, and that's each and every day. Hypocrites. Fair enough. Yeah, hypocrites, I think. Hypocrites because we're hypocrites with ourselves. We're hypocrites with our children. Parents are hypocrite. I think it's more hypocrite parasites. You know, Bob was talking about hypocrites and parasites. That's what it is, because people don't know that they don't know that they don't know. So they act from a point of programming, of a... So also, that's where the compassion kicks in. And it's hard. That's where you got to be unconditional, lovey people. You got to be unconditional, lovey people when it comes to confused people, because they don't know. They don't know what they're doing. They know. I didn't know. I didn't know I was stuck in an illusion. I didn't know. I didn't know nothing of that. Nothing I tell you today, I knew about it. So people don't know. And they don't know that they don't know. I didn't know that. I thought the world was a bit fucked up, but I didn't know it was staged and that there was... false flags and shit like that. And you know, when I watched 9/11 back then, I thought this was real. I thought this shit was real on TV. You know, I remember back then, I think it was 2001. Is it 2001 it happened? And that was just not so far. The internet just started at that time, if I remember. I was in Trois-Rivières at that time. I was 20 something years old when it happened. I remember I was in in the living room, and suddenly, yeah, all the TV stations start to broadcast that thing that the World Trade Center was going down and this and that. I remember that experience, and I remember seeing it on TV, and everybody, 2 or 3 friends came to my place, and were all absorbed on TV, thinking it was real. No, that's the world I was living in. That's the world I was living in before, thinking that all these things were real, and when it's all to put us in fear. And I'm not saying the tower didn't go down; they went down, but not the way they say. They are behind it. The evil people, they have to create fear. They have to propagate fear to make sure that we don't rise. Because the moment we start letting go of fear and realize that they are fear mongers, there are evil people, vampires, sucking our blood. We let go of the sucking thing. You let go of the sucking, the blood sucker. Once he suck your blood, là, you're gonna kick the blood sucker away. Là. If you have a blood sucker sensu sur toi, là, qui te suce le sang, là, tu vas-tu laisser la sensu là ou tu vas te débarrasser de la sensu? Tu vas te débarrasser de la sensu, elle te suce le sang. Ben c'est ça, c'est pareil, Babylone, ils viennent te sucer le sang. Laisse-toi de ça, c'est tout. Get rid of it. Get rid of everything that suck your blood. And there can be many things sucking your blood. The credit card suck your blood big time. I can tell you that. I have experienced that in my life too. Credit cards and all this credit stuff. This credit stuff stop you from sleeping at night. Your mortgage stop you from sleeping at night. I've been through this. I've been through all this. I can talk to you about a lot of stuff because I've experienced it in the Matrix way, and then the more free mind way, and more thinking for myself and letting go of these nonsense stuff that I don't need in my life. I don't need to deal with the bank. I don't need to nothing of this I just need to live. I shouldn't even pay to live. The birds don't pay, the bear don't pay. Like, it's just us. We're so yeah, the vampires. What's Bozo saying? More we flash our light on the system, the darkness will disappear. Yeah, that's it. Some people think it's the light of Lucifer. That as soon as you start talking about light, oh, Lucifer, the light bearer, like that's your vision of things. My light is not the devil light, or my light is the genuine love, is the love of the divine. That's the light I'm talking about. Now you can interpret, twist my words, but it's the intention behind it. Anybody that know me a bit personally, that been with me here for a while, know that my intentions are pure and clear. They're not to confuse people, and they're especially not with words. So people that assume things from me are also people that don't know me. People assume a lot of stuff when they don't know you. Once they know you, like Suzanne, Red Rose, Bozo, all of you know that my intentions coming here every morning is not to confuse ourselves, and it's pure and clear. I try my best each and every day. Try my best not to put myself, I want to remain very humble, and that's the way I want it to be. It's not, and even if we ever grow this family here to more people in the chat, more people viewing online, I'm just going to remain humble. It's just me. I don't want to confuse anyone, and I want to live the truth I feel. That's all. Very simple. Very simple. For once in my life, I stopped lying to myself. Boom! Here I am, live and direct. On YouTube, in the tubing again, like Ivar says. Where's Ivar? I haven't heard about Ivar for a while. My bro Ivar from the Netherlands. Yeah. Would be nice to have a little phone call with Ivar. Maybe I'll give him a call today. Yeah. So depth is Babylon lie. We are all rich in love, rich in life. Yeah, man. Rich in love, especially rich in love. We're so rich in love and rich in life but we don't know. Imagine what we have to learn. I had to learn that life was worth living. Think about that, dude. I had to learn this. When I tell you life is worth living, trust me, try it. It's because I didn't know. I didn't know life was worth living. I suddenly wake up one day and realize how powerful I was. And I'm like, what is this power? Let go. Why? Why did I let go? Then start making sense. Start seeing clear. Start seeing stuff. You start reflecting. Start thinking, you know, and you start, connecting with people and caring more and just opening your heart, and then you let the love flow. It's the love of the divine. The love is gonna cure everything, but the love, again, everybody has his own. Me, I think that the love I'm talking about is the genuine love, the love of the divine, the love that we see in nature. Like I said, nature love us all, because if not, we would be all dead by now. If the divine wouldn't have unconditional love for everyone here, we would, come on, the psychopath would be gone. Think it. Think about it. If the love of the divine wouldn't be unconditional, all those psychopaths would be gone, and the people that, but it's unconditional love. So no matter what you do, it's love. But now we're gone far down the path of evil shit. So we have to get back ourselves on track and stop the killing, stop the murdering, the all the nonsense, and just go back to our genuine love. Unconditional, that we have all the solutions. It's not because we don't have the solutions, it's but to inculcate the solution in a nation, it's much harder than an individual. You can see clear in all this, but doesn't mean that Canada, the whole Canada will see clear. The whole country will see clear in the madness, and that will. So the unconsciousness of the collectivity is potent, very potent. But again, it's what does keeps it alive like that is just our energy. Is just the energy we give to it. Because the moment we start withdrawing our energy from the nonsense of Babylon, you're gonna feel much better. Also, you're gonna gain energy because you're not losing energy there. You're preserving your vibe, preserving your energy. We put a lot of energy into nonsense in our lives. Nonsense just to keep us captive, and like I said, credit cards and mortgage and shit like that. Just it's just unless you have the money to pay it. Unless you have the money to pay it, you're comfortable and you have a super good job, and you don't have to slave to pay your house, and you can live in it. And if you have the lifestyle design that you can enjoy your house, you can enjoy nature, your land, and different thing. But if you have a mortgage just to say you have a house and you slave all week long for it, you don't even live in it. You don't even live in it. And you pay all your life. You slave like a madman because that stresses you out. Every 30 days, you got to give 1,000 something to the bank, and you got to make that money. You got to make that money. In Babylon, money don't grow on tree. So you're going to have to slave for your money. If you don't have a good job, if you don't have something really that, and a good job in Canada, I'm talking about, hey, it's not a job at $25 an hour that you can start living. It's not a job at $30 an hour that you can start living. It's much more than that. To be really comfortable, I'm talking about $60 an hour minimum. Like, do you want to bring so you don't stress out? But who has that kind of lifestyle, honestly? Who earns $60 an hour? Probably doctors, maybe more than that, the doctors, I don't know. But what I've experienced in life, even getting to a point of $30 an hour, I was still struggling at $30 an hour. So I don't know how much really I need to contempt all my needs. Today I do a lot less I do a lot more with a lot less. I do more, I become more. But it's not money that, anyway. Yeah, it's conditional when it comes to the wicked. If one Satan, he's out there, some towering in society on probation, but it ends because we're waking up. But like I said, it's not to let go of the chains of everything that, the credit and all this stuff. The downsize, simplicité volontaire. This is where I'm going. I don't need fucking jewels, fucking sunglasses, and all that shit of Babylon. That I want to go back to my roots. I'm not born with sunglasses. I'm not born with earrings and belly rings and a tongue barbel or shit like that. I'm not born with this, and I don't need this. I need to find myself. And all these things, I think, are there to. I don't know. I don't need that stuff. Not my kind of thing. I respect people that do it, but it's not my stuff. That's why I choose to put my house on wheel. Yeah, man. House on wheel, Babylon by bus. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have a big bus. My wife said we're gonna take a school bus and renovate it, and we're gonna paint it red, gold, and green. Red, gold, and green, and mark Babylon by bus. Truman on the road. Something like that. But yeah, I'm going towards that. Yeah, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. I'm gonna take my money, invest it, buy a camper like you, and get rid of the monthly payment of nonsense that I pay. It's just to say I have a house, but it's very big here also. It's like 2 floors. It's like 12 and a half. It's super huge here. So I have too much room. Like it's too much. It's hard to maintain. So no, I want to downsize. I don't need that big, and I don't need. Eventually, we'll move into a camper on a land somewhere, and you move. You move when you want, and yeah, that's a good life. I like that kind of lifestyle. Ivar, Ivar is there. Whoa, with the eye open. I knew Ivar was there. I had a feeling this morning. You see, I had a feeling that my bro was there. Ah, let's give a big round of applause for Ivar. Woo! Yeah, man. No, that's it. On the wheel. On the wheel, Ivar. I'll go get you in Nolland, man, with my Babylon by bus. I'll put it on the ferry. I'll put my Babylon by bus on the ferry, and I'll go pick up Ivar in Nolland, and we'll do a tour in Amsterdam. We'll do a tour in Amsterdam with my bus. But yeah, Ivy, see what you put into motion, Jenik. Great, Ivy. Yeah. No, Ivar is such an inspiration for me, and he knows. I keep, even though we're not, you see, but that's a connection me and Ivar have, and that I always thought it was strong anyway on my side. Is I haven't talked to him for like a month or two, maybe a bit more, but we know we're connected. We know we're connected. We don't need to talk to each other. That's how deep the connection is. That's the way I feel it with Ivar, because I've been talking to you a lot about Ivar. Ivar is the one that designed this, that did all the graphic stuff at the beginning. Now I'm getting more acquainted with Photoshop, Ivar, because of you. Because of you, you pushed me to wanted to do it myself. So now I'm doing it myself. That's one thing Ivar taught me is push me to take more responsibility on myself, because I was ringing his bell often. Ivar, can you do this for me? Ivar, can you do that for me? And I know he's busy in his own stuff too, in his own life, so he's not always there ready for me. So I have to expand. And that's what I did. I got Photoshop. I got Sam involved, and now we're creating a bit of stuff. But you know what happened yesterday, Ivar? And it's good that you're there, and that's a good synchronicity that you're there this morning. Yesterday, me and Sam were designing the new banner that I made for the Motivation Academy channel, the channel art. We were redoing the channel art, and I'm like, okay, put a Bob Marley face, put a Bob in there somewhere. So Sam found a Bob in there and all that, and I said, we gotta go get a lion, okay? I told him that. I said, we need a gold lion on it. I want a gold lion. No, I don't know why gold attract me, not because of the bling bling, but for for what gold means. Not for the bling bling to wear and shit. I'm not into jewel, but the gold for me is very something. It's a precious metal. We know that. But again, it's in the earth, and we have to dig for it. So is it natural to bring this out of the earth? That's another question. But anyway, gold tells me a lot. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm gold-plated. Maybe because I am gold-plated myself. I don't know. But yeah, so we were looking for a lion. I said to Sam, we got to find a gold lion. So we start looking, and as soon as I press gold lion on Google, one lion showed up, and a big gold lion. And as we go on, I didn't know that this lion was the same as Ivar chose for this logo here. I didn't know. But once we started looking into this logo, Sam said, Yannick, he said, Dad, he said, look, he said, that's the same lion that Ivar chose. I'm like, you're not serious. Come on. So we ended up on the same lion that Ivar. So all the synchronicity, I see this a lot. These are signs to me. These are signs, and signs that I don't say, okay, I'm not going to look at, and no, it doesn't mean anything. No, it means something, and No, it's great. There's always signs appearing when you start using the magic of life, using the power that you have inside and the magic, and a lot of things are gonna you're gonna create. First of all, you're gonna create connection with people so deep, so deep. Even some of you here, like even Red Rose and Suzanne and Bozo and Cindy and Leslie, and I can name you. You always come to chat, even though we had never talked to each other. I think the connection is very deep. That's what I feel on my side. I feel a deep connection, not and on as I know I don't like to use spiritual. I don't want to have a ritual with my spirit, but deeply on the I don't know if there's another dimension. Yeah, we're getting lost. But yeah, no, just a connection. I don't know. Say it's something to do with vibration, with vibes, or something that we catch from each other. Your vibe attract your tribe. That's what they say. So it's gotta be about vibration. It's gotta be about vibration, about energy, about because that's what I get from people. When people inspire me, it's their energy that inspire me. It's their confidence, their energy, their not so much what they look like or that doesn't inspire. When I see people bragging with clothes and shit like that, I see that so much with some reggae artists I have around me, that they're all about the bling bling and the clothes and the fashion and the so nonsense. So nonsense. I don't. That's another form of chainery. Also, when you're too much about you know, I don't know. It's self-obsession. It's self-obsession. We went through this with a Arthur on the Truman Show, and today I should release the other episode that we did together. Don't wake the baby. The baby's sleeping. He's blind and sleeping. Wake him up. Don't wake the baby. So I'll probably publish it today. I'm gonna see with my video editor. I used to be able to do it on YouTube. It's in the video, but I can't no more. They have withdrawn all the tools from YouTube. I don't know what they're doing, but we were able to edit video before in the YouTube video creator, but now we can't. So I don't know. We'll see. I have my video editor that might do something. So we'll see. Superficial ego. What's your dream, A2? I think the dream, you know what the dream is? It's not so much about my dream. The way I see it today, it's not about so much about my dream, your dream, Ivar's dream, or anybody else's dream, because these are goals, these are normal things you should move in life. You should move and create. So this is normal. This is a normal thing, doing what I'm doing to create, to define it's all normal. It should be natural, not normal, but natural. It should come natural in each and every one of us. What doesn't come natural is all the nonsense like that, all the ego and the dream that we think also that we own. But the only dream that we own together is the dream of life. And we're all in it. We're all in the dream of life right here, right now. So this is the collective dream that we should cultivate together. Now, what you do with your life, the way you take, what you do with your everyday life, but you got to be in the moment. If you're in the moment, you're in the dream of life, you're in the creation, the power, that everything. So it's really about living in the moment, and yeah, very much. To even entertain the thought being disconnected with anything is totally absurd. Yeah, exact. To even entertain that thought to be disconnected, like it's me, I feel, I enjoy my solitude, no problem, but I feel more connected than ever, especially with the divine light, with the divine love, the divine unconditional love that I'm trying to express more and more. It's not easy. Like I said, I haven't attained Christ consciousness and super consciousness. I'm walking towards that, becoming more levy. I want to be more levy. More levy, more conscious, more vibrant, with more energy and more focus, less distraction, more genuine love, and that's it. So as fake book is Facebook, as fake book is Facebook. Yeah, YouTube is you screw. Yeah, to even that's it. So thanks everyone. Merci Ivar être venu laisser ton mot dans le chat aujourd'hui. C'est très apprécié. Je sentais tes vibrations depuis un certain temps. I was feeling his vibe. Like when I feel something, I'm not wrong usually. When I feel Ivar is watching, I feel it. Like you see, that's the connection. That's the vibe. And all, even today, when we started, you weren't in the chat, but there was like 4 viewers. I had a feeling that Suzanne was there, that Red Rose was watching, and Bozo. I don't know if I'm right, but I think that was and maybe Ivar. So we had 4 at the beginning, and I had the feeling it was Suzanne, Bozo, Red Rose, and Ivar. That's who I thought was watching. I could be wrong sometime. I don't know who's watching, but sometime I think like, oh, 4. Now, who's my brothers and sisters watching now because they're not coming in the chat right now? They like to make me wait. They like to make me wait before they pump the. I know you do that on purpose. Even Ivar, he likes it. He doesn't show up always in the chat, but he likes to see the energy go up. I'm sure we all like energy. That's how we move, with energy. You know what are emotion, energy, and motion. So it's your emotion that makes you move in life. So if you're numb to reality, you have no emotion, you'll never move. You know, put your work in motion. Those who steal our words, images, ideas to profit themselves only all go down. Facebook is doomed, but still going. I like that. Ivar is going to like this. Ivar is going to like that. Ivar is not a big Facebooker. I don't think it's his big thing. I like it for the network because I'm trying I'm working on something with the reggae group and the reggae people on the Truman Show. Like it's like I feel the need to be a bit public. That's what I want to do also. So, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the mission I've been given. I stick to my mission. That's my mission, and we don't have to have all the same mission. We all have a common mission, which is the dream of life. But the way you go back home and all this, we all have different ways. We all have different journeys, and that's okay. We're all on our way with different journeys, and we should embrace that. Embrace that at least we're doing something with life. Yeah, very important. Hard one right now, Lana Rose. I've actually lived my dream per se. Forward to today. I put her with art and keep on living in upliftment of myself and others. That's very, very, that's what Suzanne is a strength giver. Suzanne's been in touch with her dream. Now she's giving strength now she goes around YouTube and gives strength. That's what Suzanne is a strength giver, no doubt about this, and that's what I feel from her. And that's what you do here. You give me strength a lot. I want you to be aware of that. I don't ignore anything that you girls are giving here. You're giving Lana also. Red is giving a lot of good energy. This family here is on track. This family is on track, and we're going to keep it like this. We're not going to let ourselves be confused by Babylon anymore. We're going to stay on track, stay true to ourselves, make sure it's an everyday thing. It's an everyday battle. It's an everyday struggle. It's an everyday thing to be positive, because if you fall back in negativity for one day, the next day you might be negative again, and the next day, and it might end up in a week, and then you're freaking depressed. So staying positive each and every day is a must for me. Come on, show up for life. Life is meant to be live. Yeah, many people seem to be attracted to me for various reasoning. I do my best. No, you're a strength giver. You're a strength giver. You're here every morning. You're there, not religiously, but I mean you're dedicated to the cause of giving strength to people and stuff. You really, that's what I feel from you. I have the dedication to come here, but you have the dedication to be there. It takes courage to speak here. It takes as much courage to listen to me for an hour, yapping my mouth like this about all kinds of stuff, speaking my heart. And, I don't speak my mind here. I speak my heart. It's deep. Sometimes what's going to come out. I don't listen to my mind so much. I go with my heart, follow my heart. And I think I cannot be so wrong with this. I don't think so. I feel and wrong or right again. Who's to say I'm right or wrong? Who's to say it's Monday today? Who's to say it's 8 o'clock? Who's to say we're 8 viewers? Even that, they play with the numbers. So who's to say what is what? I think the truth is what is what you experience. What you experience out of life, that's your truth, but that's what you should live. We should all live your truth, or live our truth, and stop lying to ourselves. Live the truth that you feel. Don't be scared. Don't be scared of yourself. That's what you do. You're running away from yourself. That's what we all do. Until we get to ourselves and start breaking the wall, you're going to run away. You're going to run away. Take a sledgehammer and put that wall down, brick by brick. Don't freak out with the work that has to be done. Go do it brick by brick. You know, you break a wall brick by brick. Well, you can destroy it faster. You can destroy it faster than brick by brick. But you build that veil brick by brick, like being in kill all kinds of stuff. So at least no, you can take even a big, you know, those big ball that they have on crane and they swing and they destroy stuff with that. Use that and break the wall. Boom. And enter the greatness, the divine love, the divine unconditional love that is all inside our hearts. It's there. It's there. You can tell me I don't have unconditional. I feel it. I feel that stuff. It's just hard to express because of the mind. Because this is keeping me away from expressing unconditional love. This just wants unconditional love. That's where all the pure stuff is, the vibes, the divine love. But this prevents me from doing a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. This can take me out. It's powerful. It's powerful, the mind. The heart is more powerful, I think, if you listen to it. But your mind is powerful also. When you align both, when you're fully aligned, oh, wow, that's where the magic starts to operate. You start to see it. You start to see it. I need to be here now. We all need to be, we all need to be somewhere. We all need to be somewhere and have good vibe. And yeah, if we end up here, we end up here. If I end up here, it's because I'm meant to end up here. I don't really question the journey. Rise and shine, people. I'm out. Love you very, very much. Thank you, Red, Suzanne, Bozo. Bozo le clown. Bozo le clown. I like that. YouTube is you screw. Yeah. YouTube, we have to be conscious. We have to be conscious with everything. We gotta just pour a little bit more consciousness, more divine vibe and everything, and it's all gonna dissolve. It's all the madness will dissolve from within. I'm very confident about that. So thanks, Ivar, Red, Bozo. What he says here, Bozo? That's why I choose to put my house on wheel. Yeah, the house on wheel. We're gonna come back with this a bit to talk about that house on wheel. That Babylon by bus. We're gonna put this up soon, the Babylon by bus, and I'll come back and talk to you about it. Eventually, we'll be broadcasting from the bus, the Babylon by bus, and not the comfortable castle. But it's not a castle. It's like a palace. We're all comfortably numb in our little palace, in our little boxes, playing hide and seek from the world. It's like go out from your hiding places. Come out from your hiding places, people. And guess what? Rise and shine. I'm out.